This is a test that I've been wanting to do for a long time. My current driver, the Ping G425, versus the 2023 Cobra Aerojet. Now it's going to take a lot to get the Ping out of my bag. I started playing Ping drivers back in the G5 days, so a while ago. Very forgiving, very easy to hit. They're probably the perfect all-rounder off the tee. Cobra, on the other hand, well, I've never actually played them, never tested their driver, but this driver's been making a lot of noise lately, and if you're on YouTube, you've probably seen a few of the reviews. Channels like the Club Champion guys, the team over at My Golf Spy, they've all been reviewing it, and the numbers all seem pretty impressive. This thing seems to be fast, it seems to be long. Now, I'm a fairly normal golfer with quite common swing speeds, and I want to know, does the Cobra Aerojet give me something noticeably different to the Ping? Is it as long and as fast as people say for golfers like me? And if it is that way, what am I giving up in terms of accuracy and forgiveness that I get from the Ping? Is the Cobra going to be enough to challenge the Ping to go in my bag? So we're going to start the test with the Ping, the driver that I know best. And I have this in a 10.5 degrees loft, although I've closed it down a degree. So it plays more like a 9.5. And it's got a stiff shaft in it, slightly set to draw bias. That was a little bit better drive, just managed to take the spin off it a little bit and got it out there to 263 yards. Again, like I know with the Ping, feels nice, always feels easy to hit, something that you come to expect. Hitting them nice and solidly. The big thing that I'm doing though is putting too much spin on the ball. So the club head speed's in a good place, the line's in a good place, hitting them into the fairway, but just losing that bit of distance because of the spin. But it's a forgiving club, so you can get away with that. So that's the 10th shot with the Ping. Like we know with Ping, I've kind of hit those all over the club face, a little bit too far out the heel. So I'm getting very spinny numbers, which is costing me in the distance. But looking down the hole, everything's in the fairway, so everything's going to be playable. And on days like that, when you're not swinging your best, this is when the Ping comes into its own. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Cobra performs against that. Now we're going to switch over to the Cobra Aerojet. It's also 10.5 degrees taken down as best I can in its draw setting, and also with a stiff shaft. And the big talk about this driver is the improved aerodynamics. It has the hot face and it has the power bridge, which is, I believe, a 13-gram weight positioned just behind the club face. Everything about this driver in the talk is about trying to get lower spin, faster club head speed, longer ball flights. So that all sounds great on paper, and after hitting really spinny shots with my Ping, potentially it could be the perfect club. But I've never hit it before, I've never hit a Cobra before, so we're going to find out together. It's a nice solid feel off the face, definitely a noticeably different sound to the Ping. The Ping can get quite loud at times, that's perhaps a little more solid. In terms of the numbers though, it's looking very competitive so far, but we'll keep going. Okay, so it's a very hot day here in Sydney. It's about 36 degrees, but we've been out, hit the shots, hit 10 with the Cobra, hit 10 with the Ping, collected them and got the data. And before I just go through the numbers, if this is the type of thing that interests you, you know, a regular golfer testing clubs, make sure you subscribe. Also, if you'd like to see me take these two clubs out onto the golf course to see how they perform out there on holes, also let me know in the comments. As for the numbers though, and we'll put them up, pretty interesting findings. Now my swing wasn't at its best today, so I was battling quite high spin numbers, which is why I was sort of getting sort of a high loopy shot, more so than I would like to see. But you're going to see some interesting things here. When we talk about the Cobra, its big claims are around speed. It's aerodynamic, so it says that the club head will go quicker, the ball speed will be quicker, and because of that it's going to go longer. Ping's big claims have always been around forgiveness, so we're going to find that out. Looking at the Ping first of all, in terms of the ball speed, you'll see that it came in at 146.8 miles per hour, and the club head speed was just under 105, so 104.9 miles per hour. As I said with the spin, That's where I was struggling a little bit, and I've got 3,325 RPM. In terms of the distances, the total average therefore is 248.4 yards. Comparing that to the Cobra, and again, like we said, it's saying it's going to be quicker. The ball speed did go faster than it was with the Pings, so the ball speed on the Cobra was 149.2. That's in comparison to 146.8 from the Ping. It's quite a big difference. In terms of the club head speed, well, the Cobra came in at 105.5 miles per hour, a little bit higher than the Ping. Interestingly enough, the spin a little bit lower, it was below 3,000, came in at 2,806, which has obviously helped with the distance. The average distance across the balls I hit with the Cobra, 259.9 yards, so almost 260 compared to 248. So some actually pretty impressive numbers from the Cobra on a day where I wasn't swinging it my best. It's outperformed on paper the Ping quite a lot. Ping does say forgiveness though, and the Ping was closer to the center. So it is a trade-off. Perhaps it's that distance over fairways. Like I said, if you're interested in seeing me take these two drivers out onto the course, make sure you jump into the comments, leave a like, and I can do that for you. And again, if you're interested in more reviews like this from a normal golfer, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again soon.